We delight in the beauty of the butterfly, but we rarely admit the changes it has gone through to achieve that beauty. We're here to go into the cocoon. We're here to plant the seeds of our deepest desires into the fertile soil of our subconscious, which is a very simple kriya, but it's also very profound. It will soften our physical body. And if we have any sense of tension, which is kind of like hard ground, it'll help to break it up or soften it so that we can be very, very receptive. We create a delta state of brainwave, which puts us into the superconscious state of mind for deep, deep, deep relaxation. I like to think of the season of spring as the Great Awakening. Literally beneath the soil, we have this sense that life is stirring, and I certainly feel it in my own sense of quickening. A lot more energy, a lot more vibrance, all of that sort of thing. In the silence of our hearts, our dreams are doing the same. So I want to share a quote by Maya Angelou. She said, "We delight in the beauty of the butterfly, but we rarely admit the changes it has gone through to achieve that beauty." So tonight is about honoring those changes. And we aren't just here to see the butterfly, we're here to go into the cocoon. We're here to plant the seeds of our deepest desires into the fertile soil of our subconscious. We're going to start with a Kundalini Kriya, which is a very simple Kriya, but it's also very profound. It's called the Basic Spinal Energy Series, and it's all done sitting down. I think that you're really going to enjoy it. It will soften our physical body, and if we have any sense of tension, which is kind of like hard ground, it'll help to break it up or soften it so that we can be very, very receptive. We're going to also be practicing Shabad Kriya, which is a very precise breath practice. It's a segmented breath practice that's in combination with the mantra, the Panj Shabad, which is Sa Ta Na Ma, and then Waheguru. So we create this very specific sequence and rhythmic pattern of the breath while we're mentally vibrating this sequence of sound codes as well, very precisely. It's the recognition and the acknowledgement of our infinite nature. Sa Ta Na Ma. It's also the recognition of our incredibly creative nature, and that we are the God. We are the generating, organizing, delivering, destroying primal energy of pure creativity. And that holds the masculine and the feminine energies for sure. When we practice this specific breath pattern with the focus, the mental focus of those sound codes, we create a delta state of brainwave, which puts us into the superconscious state of mind. And when we're in that superconscious state, it's like that in-between awake and dreaming state. And that is a really powerful state of brain and mental and energy to be in for deep, deep, deep relaxation. And with the relaxation, of course, comes restoration and nurturing. So I think you'll really, really enjoy it. So let's start. Okay, we're going to tune in. Okay. Let's close our eyes, please, and start to rub the hands together. As we rub our hands together, we're doing some very specific things. We're signaling to ourselves, now's the time to practice yoga. So we're relaxing into this present moment, only moment, which is a beautiful state of relief. We're also harmonizing and balancing the brain. Left and right hands are directly connected energetically to the left and right hemispheres of the brain, working with the sun and the moon energies, the masculine and feminine. We're also working and harmonizing the 5 elemental energies, which are energetically in our hands, and that is earth, fire, air, water, and the 5th element of ether. And then finally, we have the 7 star force energies, which are also in our hands. So please keep rubbing and just focusing on all the sensations from this movement. Lengthen your spine, relax your shoulders, soften the belly and the face. A little bit more brisk here these last few seconds. Good. Now we'll press firm and even the palms together, and then bring the backs of the thumbs to press right into the center of the sternum. We just soften here as you feel the energy flowing from your hands into your heart. Feel the heart gratefully open even more. The yogis say that the heart holds the light of 108 suns. It's the seat of your soul. It's the center of the pranic life force in your body. Feel the breath as you breathe in, expanding. Everything that you need is coming in on that expansive inhale. And as you exhale, feel this beautiful lengthening in the release. Lengthening down into the earth, lengthening up into the stars. Releasing anything that is no longer necessary to carry, is no longer serving you. Making space for that inhale, making space for the exhale. It's this beautiful balance. Grateful for the breath, your body, your mind, all the facets of the mind. I'm grateful for this beautiful opportunity for us to gather and practice together. Yoga and all the mystical arts are designed for us to practice together in a group, in what we call group consciousness. And this is how we truly cultivate community. So we'll tune in with Ong Namo Gurudev Namo. I bow to the teacher that I am. I bow to the Guru that I am. I am the master of my space. We take our place within this living stream of consciousness known as the golden chain that exists within this technology of Kundalini Yoga. Take our place in this living chain of wisdom, consciousness, and acknowledging that the teachings are in everything, blessings and challenges. So grateful for all of that. Let's inhale to begin, please. Om Namo Gurudev Namo. Om Namo Gurudev Namo. Om Namo Gurudev Namo. Take a deep breath in. Hold the breath. Squeeze and lift up on the pelvic floor. Let's start to activate and initiate the Kundalini to rise. And exhale. And just be conscious that as we have chanted this tuning in beautiful mantra sound code to acknowledge this living lineage and ourselves as the masters of the space, we have invited this Kundalini energy to rise. And so she is weaving her way up your spine, bringing all the chakra energies online as she weaves up in a 3.5 cycle pattern, bringing the sun, the moon, the light channels online, harmonizing everything, making her way to your crown. We have an energy band that exists at the hairline. This is your arc line, the 6th body. It's your halo. We'll use this energy band now to feed all of this heightened internal energy into the external field that surrounds you. Your auric field, this shimmering light energy field that totally surrounds you. It's expanded out to 3 feet, 6 feet, 9 feet, and then go beyond that to the radiant body, which extends for miles. We use this next mantra now to expand these fields with the light of our truth, our frequency of truth and love. Adigude name, Jugarigude name, Satigude name, Siddhigude name, Adigude name, Jugarigude name, Satigude name, Siddhigude name, Adigude name, Jugarigude name, Satigude name, Siddhigude name, Adigude name, Jugarigude name, Satigude name, Siddhigude name. Inhale deep. Holding the breath again, expand your light. protective, bright, super attractive. Let's go even beyond that, merging together to infinity and beyond. And exhale. I'm grateful for the ancestors, the guides, the angels, the sages, the rishis, the avatars, the light team, spirit team that's always with you. Always with you. Satnam. Okay, let's place the hands on the knees, please, and we'll just start to rotate our body to the left, counterclockwise. Taking your time to create this movement, pressurizing the base of the spine gently but intentionally. We'll stabilize this Kundalini to continue to remain active, activated, initiated. Breathing with the movement. Inhale as you stretch forward. Exhale as you go back. Good. And then let's go the other way. Just unwinding any tension in the body, recirculating the energy where maybe that tension was now released. Breathing deeply with your movement. Good. Let's inhale to the center. Really lengthen the spine, stretching down through the tailbone, up through the crown. Hold the breath, deep breath in. As you hold your breath, squeeze the rectum, lift up on the pelvic floor, sex organs. Navel moves in and up. Now lift your chest gently. Draw the chin in slightly and press the tongue to the roof of the mouth. Just hold yourself suspended. And then exhale. Good. Now, slide your hands down to rest wrapped around your shins. The fingers and the thumbs are going to fish around and find that spot on the calf. It might be a little sensitive. That's where you want to press there. Okay, good. Let's inhale and flex forward, and exhale, flex back. Keep your chin neutral to the ground, so we're flexing from the shoulders down. We do most of our practice with our eyes closed. Let's gently direct them upward to the space between the brows. We're activating even more our sixth sense, the pituitary gland, the third eye. Using this spinal flex movement to release any tension that may be in your spine and encourage more flexibility. This is a very nourishing movement for the spinal disc. The fluid in the spine is encouraged to flow all the way up to your brain. As you breathe in and flex forward, mentally start to vibrate the mantra Sat. S-A-T. And as you flex back, start to mentally vibrate the mantra Nam, N-A-M. Sat on the inhale, Nam on the exhale. I am truth. Truth is my identity. Hold steady to the legs. Keep flexing, rocking on the sits bones. Breathing deeply through the nose. Let's inhale to the center. Hold steady, and again, apply those internal locks. Rectum, sex organs, pelvic floor lifts, navel in and up, chest gently lifts, chin draws in slightly, and press the tongue to the roof of the mouth. And relax, exhale. The hands come to the shoulders, fingers in front, thumbs in back. Try to keep the elbows at shoulder height, and we'll gently twist. Inhale left, exhale right. Smoothly turning the whole upper body. Again, eyes to the third eye. Keep the spine beautifully lengthened. With ease, you're twisting, smoothly twisting. Vibrating Sat, vibrating Nam. Good, let's inhale center. Holding the breath, again, apply those locks, ending with pressing the tongue to the roof of the mouth, and relax down. Shoulder shrugs, inhale up, exhale, just let them drop. Keeping the chin neutral to the ground. Spine nice and tall, lengthened down and up. Use your breath. Okay, let's inhale, squeeze up. And really squeeze the whole body now, starting at the base of the spine. Squeeze that rectum, sex organs, pelvic floor lifts, navel in and up. Really squeeze up around the throat, consolidate at the heart, press the tongue. Exhale, relax. Let's gently roll the head. Go whatever direction you would like. Nice and easy. Next time the head goes down, let's go the other way. Good. Now inhale and lengthening upward through that silver cord at the crown to the stars and pulling down on the tailbone to the golden cord of core, through the golden cord of you to the earth. And relax. Good. Let's stretch the legs out for a moment and just shake them. And then we'll get into our Kriya of the basic spinal energy and then go into our breath work. So we're going to start with shaking the legs, tapping the heels, tapping the backs of the knees. Good, a windshield wiper. And then point and flex. And then roll the ankles. Go the other way. Nice. Inhale, stretch up. Exhale, come forward. Either catching hold of the toes or just relax, holding onto your legs. Keep your chest open. lengthen spine. Try not to collapse in the chest. Just breathe. Long, deep breath. Good, and we'll inhale and rise up. Bring your arms up with you. Nice, and relax. Okay, we'll sit comfortably, and we'll start our Kriya now. So we're going to go right into doing that spinal flex movement again, but we're going to count them. So we'll start with doing 54 spinal flex movements. So just like we did before, maybe you want to reverse the cross on the legs, try a different cross, have the other leg in the front. So we'll hold on to the shins again. Keep the elbows fairly straight if you can. And then we'll do 54 of these. Each complete movement is at one count, all right? So let's just go at our own pace. "51, 52, 53, 54. Inhale, center. Just suspend yourself for a moment and then relax and just sit quietly, resting, integrating. We have little moments of rest in between each of the exercises in this Kriya. So you can just get a sense. It is called the basic spinal energy. So we're really feeling how the energy and the literal circulation is being encouraged and stimulated in this Kriya. Good. Inhale. And then exhale. Now we're going to sit on our knees, on our heels, which is called rock pose. And you can use these pillows to assist you with that. If you have really some strong issues with the knees, just continue to sit cross-legged. But you can take the pillow and put it underneath, between the bum and the heels. You can also put another pillow underneath your ankles if you need a little bit more support. We're going to hold our hands on the thighs, not sliding them. We're going to hold steady. And we'll do that spinal flex again. We're going to really focus on Sat and Nam as we do these flexes. And we'll do 54 again. All right? Keep your eyes focused here, please. 51, 52, 53, 54. Inhale, center. Hold yourself steady, applying the locks, the Mula Bandh, Jalandhar Bandh. Press the tongue. And then just relax and sit real still. Good. Inhale and exhale. We'll come off of our knees and sit again in easy posture. We'll do 26 of these spinal twists. With each, this movement is considered a count of 1. So we'll do 26 of them, focusing at the third eye. Inhale left, exhale right. "22, 23, 24, 25, 26. Inhale, center. And relax. Sit still. Good. Inhale and exhale. Now, I'm going to turn my left hand to face forward, and my right hand comes into that facing forward left hand and holds on to the fingers strongly, and as if you're trying to pull them apart. And we want to keep this somewhat at the throat level. It's maybe a tiny bit between, well, it's between the throat and the heart, essentially. All right, so we're going to seesaw the elbows with one movement like that, counted as 1, and we'll do 20, nope, yep, we're going to do 26 of them. So we'll inhale, exhale like that. Three, 4, 5, and 6. Now inhale here and try to pull the hands apart. Squeeze internally as well. Press the tongue. And then relax. Releasing the hands. Just relax. Integration is very important as part of this Kriya. So you really get a sense of how the energy and everything, really, even the physical, is being shifted and moving. Good. Inhale and exhale. Now we're going to do spinal flex again, but we'll do a little bit of a different posture. So the movement of the spine will be different with this position shift. You're going to take your hands and really cup under the knees with the fingers. So that you'll notice that when you do this, your elbows naturally get really straight and the arms become quite an anchor. So we'll flex the spine in between the arms, holding steady like this. So it's a much smaller movement, and you're going to feel it much more in the upper back around the heart. So again, we'll do 54 of these as we inhale forward and exhale back. "51, 52, 53, 54. Inhale, center. Hold the breath. Hold tight with the knees, the hands on the knees, and squeeze and lift up internally. Press the tongue. And then relax. And just completely relax and come into a very still state. Good. Inhale and exhale. Now in this same posture, you're just going to shrug up your shoulders and then just let them drop. Inhaling up and exhale, let them drop. We're very systematically in this Kriya working with generating the energy and the what we call the lower triangle, which is your root chakra, the sacral chakra, and your navel chakra. That's the lower triangle. Root, sacrum, and the navel point. And then it bridges this lower triangle with the apex of the triangle pointing down up into the heart. This is the bridge. And then the bridge of the heart brings it up into the upper triangle, which is what we're really stimulating now with these next few movements. Completing the cycle to go from the throat to the third eye to the crown, where it flows outward like a fountain all around you and then enters the root again. So it's a complete cycle. It's very sustainable. Keep vibrating Sat and Nam. We're here for about 20 more seconds. Keep your chin neutral to the ground. Good. Let's inhale and squeeze up. And really squeeze everything now. Just hold steady and tight. And then exhale. Whew, just let go and just feel that whoosh. It's really consciously generating that, what we call a fluid state. This is where the body really becomes quite regenerative and self-healing. Now we'll gently roll our head to the right 5 times, and then after the 5th time we'll go to the left. So you just gently roll 5 times to the right. Just breathe deeply. Nice and smooth. Easy does it. And on the 5th, go the other way. And do 5 times now to the left. Nourishing the brain stem, the back of the head, stimulating gently the thyroid, parathyroid. Very good for the hormonal system. When you've done your 5 to this way, you want to inhale and really stretch up through that crown of the head and pull down through the tailbone. Just hold yourself here for a moment. Good. And then exhale and relax. Now we're going to lock our fingers in that bear grip again. So the left hand faces outward and the right hand comes in, and you're really trying to pull the hands apart the whole time. So you want to have a pretty good tension here. So what we'll do is we're going to do some powerful breathing and then pull the arms up and do some powerful breathing as well. We're going to start here. So we take a deep breath in. And as you hold the breath in, you try to pull the hands apart and strongly lift up on the pelvic floor, navel in and up. Keep your chest lifted, chin drawn in slightly, press the tongue. Now when you exhale powerfully out the mouth, bring the arms overhead and once more try to pull them apart. Deep breath in and hold and pull, squeezing internally. Powerfully out the mouth. Back down to the throat. Repeat. Exhale. Overhead. Last time. Exhale. Beautiful. Sit still for a moment. We have one more thing to do to complete this Kriya and then going into our Shabad Kriya breath practice. And that is Sat Kriya. So when you're ready, we'll come again and sit on our knees, on our heels, using the props if you need them. So we'll interlace our fingers. And it's interesting when we interlace our fingers because we have an awareness of how we interlace them depending on if we have the left thumb on top. It's more of our feminine energy focus. If we try to interlace them the other way, so the right thumb is on top, it's more of a focus of the masculine energy. So we have sun energy with the right thumb on top, or we have moon energy with the left thumb on top. It's totally up to you, whichever way you wish to have the experience of Sat Kriya, you can do it either way. So we'll have our arms stretched up. We want to try to keep our hands together. So try not to let them come apart. This is important. So if you have to do that, if it's best, so the shoulders stay relaxed, that you stretch the arms a little bit forward, a little bit more of an angle. That's absolutely correct, and I encourage that. So we'll have our eyes closed and strongly focused upward, and we'll be chanting Sat Nam, and we chant it in a very specific pattern. When we chant Sat, we're strongly pulling our navel in and up, so it sounds like this. Sut, and then Nam, everything relaxes, and we really feel the flush at the third eye, and the whole forehead lights up. So it's a big relaxation. The Sat is a huge activation, and the Nam is a very big release, and feel the flush moving upward. Let's go at a nice steady pace and stay together. Sut, Nam, 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 Sut, Nam 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 Sut, Nam, 20 seconds. Sut, Nam 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 Sut, Nam. Big inhale. Big inhale, stretching up. Keep the shoulders relaxed though. Pull the energy up from the base of the spine to the tips of the fingers. Hold steady. Now breathe all the breath out. Hold the breath out and squeeze the energy up. Inhale. And exhale, just float the arms down. And sit very still. Good. Inhale and exhale. Let's come off of our knees. Stretch the legs out if you need to. We're going to come back into sitting. We'll do about 5 minutes of this Shabad Kriya. How we doing? Good? Isn't that a lovely Kriya? It's really relaxing. But it's also invigorating. It's interesting. Okay. Shabad Kriya. We'll take the back of the right hand and put it in the palm of the left. You're going to have this mudra nestled in your lap, so it's super cozy and comfortable. The tips of the thumbs touch, but they're pointing straight ahead. That's important. They're not up, they're pointing straight ahead. All right, so as we sit nice and tall, our eyes are going to be looking down to the tip of the nose. So they'll be barely open and sliding them here. This locks the mind very effectively. So the breath practice is this. You're going to breathe in 4 sniffs. And as you do those 4 sniffs, you're mentally vibrating sa, ta, na, ma. And I'm going to say it out loud for us to get into a synchronized rhythm with it. But you're going to be mentally vibrating it, all right? So the first 4 sniffs. Sa, ta, na, ma. Then you're going to hold and you're going to repetitively satanama, 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 satanama. So 4 cycles. And then you're going to powerfully breathe out the nose in 2 strong exhales. Wahe Guru. So essentially you're filling your lungs completely with those 4 sniffs in. You're going to recirculate the prana. Just let it go where it needs and wants to go. Then you're going to powerfully empty the lungs on those 2 exhales out. And what the Waheguru does is it amplifies your infinite nature. Because there's not really a direct transliteration of Waheguru, but loosely it's wow, the ecstasy of my infinite nature. Waheguru. Let's try it. All right? So again, let's find our position. Let's find our posture. And sit tall, chest is gently lifted, and you're going to slide your eyes to look down towards the tip of the nose and beyond that. All right, so barely opening the eyes. Now let's do the 4 sniffs in. Sa, ta, na, ma. Hold. Satanama, 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 Satanama. 2 exhales. Wahe Guru. Again. Hold. Satanama, 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 Satanama. Sa, ta, na, ma. Satanama, 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 Satanama. Wahe Guru. Keep going. Sa, ta, na, ma. Satanama, 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 Satanama. Wahe Guru. Really use the diaphragm and the navel point. Keep going. Keep going. Really vibrating internally those sounds. Sa, ta, na, ma, and wahe guru. Keep going. Putting ourselves into that beautiful superconscious state of brainwave, brain activity, brain frequency, superconscious state. Better lover, better fighter, better creator. Big improvement when we really tap into this breath rhythm. This is our natural rhythm that we create when we're sleeping peacefully in our deep rest state, our restorative state. Last cycle. When you release the breath on the wahe guru, just sit still for a few moments. Just come into that quiet, fluid space again of doing nothing. Good. Take a breath in and exhale. Beautiful.